am Marian, juror number 9, and this is my Ponderosa.
The 18th person voted out of Survivor SA Return of the Outcasts, and the 9th and final member of the jury. Marian. Marian, give me a torch. Marian, tribe has spoken.
It's been an absolute honor. What I've learned during the past 38 days is that I am enough. That I never have to dim my light. That I can do anything anyone else can, if not better. And that all it takes is me just showing up. The only thing I can say and have left to say is that I'm so proud of myself. And that I truly have peace. As soon as I left Tribal Council, I automatically switched back into the real world, and that is something that throughout the game and before coming into the game, I mentally prepared myself. It's really nice to speak to the jury, you know, about things that doesn't involve Survivor. So overall, I feel good.
Listen, that tribal past night was badass. And you walking off, not looking back, like, you know, just going to camp and letting them to deal with it. And then the fight was brilliant. Like it was just a little bit out of the box. So it was really fun to observe.
Third place isn't bad, and I do still believe of the final 2, I played the superior game. So I take that away with me, and I literally do feel like 2 million games. Cheers!
Cheers! Cheers!
When Felix left, Dino had a extra vote. Yeah. Right? Then he thought that Philip's coming for him. So he voted Felix and Kilani.
But he
right?
used his extra vote to go to
Yes.
Felix.
But I knew that he didn't have to play it. But I let him play it so that when I sat next to him at final 2, I could say it was the second advantage that you must play. Your idol with Dante and your no vote. Your extra vote. So I thought of the plan, but I also thought of the repercussions. I knew that Felix was going to go. But like, I wanted him to misplay it. So that I could at final 2 be like, but he played 2 advantages now.
Good one. Yeah, no, yeah.
Then, when Phil went, when
Praying Manchester.
Kilani went, Dino didn't have a stealer vote. I voted for Kilani, but I said he had a stealer vote, but I thought it would be impossible.
But I knew that because the riots.
I mean, I tried. No, but I tried.
Yeah.
I see why Dino voted me out, because I can confidently say I would have taken the title and the money that goes along with it. You know, I feel like my Survivor resume took a little bit longer to build, but I think the things and the skills that I could have listed on there was outclassed, outweighed, outplayed, was far more superior to anything that Dino or Shane done. So kudos to Dino for taking me out. Being at Ponderosa on day 39, it's very surreal. I spent 38 days fully invested and immersed in the game. So, you know, the change of scenery is welcoming and it's very refreshing. But it's also weird because I was so close to the end. So I'm looking forward to the speeches from both sides. I'm definitely interested to hear what Pops is going to say and how he's going to back his game up. So yeah, it's going to be an interesting night. And I'm looking forward to hearing everyone else's questions because I know you are not going to be easy on them. And I don't expect it because it's been a returning season. We have to give them a hard time because we have to make sure that the person that is awarded the title tonight was the most worthy player. I do feel that I gave myself permission to shine for the first time in my life. I put Marian first back home, it's always what other people need and want from Marian. And when I gave myself that permission to shine, and when I was kinder to myself, that was the turning point in the game for me. Because I put Marian first, and I had a vision and I had an end goal, I feel like I got there. And that is something I'm going to take back home. Putting myself first, because putting myself first, I've learned that I can accomplish anything I set my mind to.
He said throughout the game that he couldn't, nobody takes Marian to the end and wins.
That's what he said to me also.
He said it to a lot of people. But then on the flip side, he probably said to Marian that I want to face someone who's the best. And that's what gives people confidence, and then you get to the spot where, but it's also a play, because you could have won immunity, and then he could have leaned into that statement to say, no, let's face the best. But when it came down to it and him winning immunity, all that bullshit went out the window. He's like, I just want to win.
Yeah. I also enjoyed what he said last night, where he said like, you know, he's not stupid. Like, he jumps out of aeroplanes, but he jumps out of parachutes. And jumping out of, taking you to final two was jumping without a parachute for him.
So coming into the game, I suffer from anxiety. I wasn't a very confident person. I really lost my self-belief. I had a very limiting self-belief, and I struggled with always comparing myself to people. I never felt good enough. So coming into the game, that was all internal struggles that I had. And if I look at everything I've been through and everything I came into the game with, like, the odds truly were stacked against me, because internally I was against myself. For me to sit here on day 39 at Ponderosa, I feel like a winner, because against all odds, I was able to find peace through my journey and because of this game. I came into the game wanting to pay homage to Survivor, because it really was there for me in the darkest time of my life. And I always said, if I ever get the opportunity to play Survivor again, I'll play my heart out, because I felt indebted to the game. I played my heart out. I was vulnerable. I was so strong every single day, despite the things that I was going through, despite my internal battles, despite my skin condition and being susceptible to the sun. I never let anything get me down, because I had one vision and focus here, and that was to say thank you to Survival for being there for me. I do feel that I paid homage to the game, and I'm very proud of myself for that.
I'm super proud of you, because you are one of the full package. You carried the full package on all levels. You had an individual immunity. You played a brilliant strategic and social game, and we're proud. I'm proud of you.
And and not just that, there are personal things that you overcame, and we saw it. Like, we saw it, and that's.
Like you got, like our Stella got a groove back. So our Marian got a groove back.
Hearing the comments from the jury saying that they would have voted for me to win the title of Sole Survivor, and also hearing that none of them wanted to sit next to me at Final 2 because they were scared of me, it definitely validates everything for me. You know, it's a full circle for me, but it's the first time in my life that I didn't need validation from anyone else. Because looking back on my journey and reflecting on what I did for Marian and what Marian did alone and accomplished to a large degree on her own, I constantly trusted my gut and my gut alone. I'm so proud of myself, and it's been a full circle moment. That's the beauty of the game. You know, you can be the best player of the season. You can be the best player of all times, but it doesn't necessarily mean it wins you the title. And to me, that is why I wanted to sit next to the best of the best at the end. For the first time in my life, I never felt like I was less than someone else. I felt for the first time in my life that I'm equal to someone else and that I could take the win.